Hi Aquarius, welcome to your February 2020 love reading. This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and yes, of course, Venus. Venus is the love energy. So we're going to see what is happening, my darlings, in this lovely February month. Happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day. What is happening in LOVE for Aquarius? We're going to pull 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So your first card, my darlings, is we have 6 of Gems. This is really, really wonderful energy, okay, to have coming up in a love reading. The gems, obviously, they're going to have to do with like what we know in traditional tarot as the pentacles, and as we know that the pentacles are usually associated with money and career. In fact, the creator of this deck has it listed as generosity. I'm sorry. I can see prosperity, generosity. You can see right there. So when we have 6 of Pentacles, however, come up in a love reading, for me, it's an indication of exchanging of energy. Now, you could also be finding yourself that you're manifesting a very generous partner, or if you're in an existing relationship, there could be some generosity coming your way where your partner may be trying to do something very special for you. After all, it is your birthday month, right? In some parts of the world, people are celebrating Valentine's Day. So you may have somebody that's wanting to do something special for you this year. Or do something special for you in terms of giving you like a nice gift. However, for me, when I see the 6 of Pentacles come up or 6 of Gems come up in a love reading, it tells me that you're manifesting this very, very beautiful energy of give and take. Where maybe Aquarius, maybe in the past you've been in relationships where you have felt like you've had to do a lot of the work, or you've had to do a lot of the work to keep the relationship together, and you're just kind of over it. And you're like, look, you know, if I'm going to be with someone, I want somebody who's able to step up. I want somebody who's able to like reciprocate, and I don't want to be the one having to make all the decisions. I don't want to be the one making all the plans of when we're getting together and what we're going to do and all that stuff. It could also be Aquarius. I feel that for some of you, you're breaking this long, like dry, I don't know if I want to say dry spell, but this long spell or long cycle of where you just kept finding yourself attracting people that had very bad financial situation, right? Whereas you've been working on yourself and you've been trying to like, you know, get your career goals and things like this together. And so it may have felt like, you know, not that you're wanting somebody to come in and you're being a gold digger, but you may have also felt like I want someone who can keep up to where I'm at, or where I'm headed, or what it is that I'm doing, or somebody that has the same drive or ambition that I have. So you may have been a little bit concerned, and some of you are like, well, I don't know, you know, maybe if I really liked the person, and then maybe, you know, I'd be okay with having somebody, you know, come into my life that maybe I'm having to help out. But I just feel like a lot of you are like, no, like you don't want to do that. You're deciding that you don't want to do that. You want somebody who's coming in with their own, right? Like not somebody who's going to be dependent on you, or not somebody who's going to feel intimidated by where you are or the goals you're trying to complete. So I feel like this is about not just, you know, having a partner coming in who's doing a lot of the, you know, energetically investing, being energetically generous, but just also somebody who's able to do nicer things for you, or take you to like, you know, make nicer plans, or do things that maybe you couldn't do before, right? Because you felt weird, like, oh, I would really love to take a trip, but I'm gonna have to pay for the whole thing because this person won't be able to contribute. And whereas now I feel like you're manifesting a partner who can do that, who can contribute to that, so that you don't feel like you're the one with all of it on your back or all of it on your shoulders. Okay, so the next card we have here, my dear Aquarius, is we have the Chariot. Okay, so this is determination, and so this is a major arcana card. So a lot of you know that when I talk about the major arcana cards, I've said in a lot of the previous videos that the major arcana cards for me in a reading are going to indicate a significant soulmate, somebody with whom you may have a past life contract. Okay, like there's a reason why you all have met. This person has come into your life for a reason. And when I look at the Chariot, you know, this is going to tell us something having to do with movement, you know, movement. So it could be a lot of it also sometimes travel. Chariot can indicate travel, but I feel like this person that's coming in is bringing you into a new circle, bringing you into like a new level of maybe like people that you're hanging out with or associating with. One of the meanings of the Chariot card is actually getting to like a safe spot or like a sanctuary. You know, some books, some texts under the definition of Chariot card have you know, sanctuary city. And in this day, sanctuary city means something else because of the whole immigration thing here in the United States. But sanctuary city in the old days was like, say you got into some trouble and it was an accident and you made some mistakes or you made some choices that you weren't very happy about, and you may even have been in legal trouble, but if you were able to get to a certain city, no, that was labeled as a sanctuary city. As long as you were, you know, behaving there, as long as you were, you know, being a good citizen there, then you could live your life there for a few years, and then if you wanted to go back home, you could go back home. It's kind of like a statute of limitations things. Like you could go somewhere and get things together until statute of limitations run out and then go back. And in the old days, for certain things, that's how it worked. And so Aquarius, I feel like you have some soulmate, soul contract person coming in that's giving you some kind of a fresh start. You know, maybe in your past relationships, there are certain things that you're like, man, I really wish I would have handled that different. Or I wish, you know, not necessarily that you want to be with that person, but maybe like you wish that you had handled things different, or you wish that you hadn't dated certain people, or people have like labeled you in some kind of way. And I feel like you're breaking out of that and you're coming into a relationship with a soulmate or a partner who's giving you that chance to just kind of wipe the slate clean and not have those past labels. If you're in an existing relationship, I think there's something happening for you all where you may be wanting to get a fresh start as a couple or get away. I think this is particularly true for anybody that you've been together for a long time. And I feel for some of you, Aquarius, this is like maybe for a small margin of you, I feel some of you have been in a relationship for a really long time, and I feel like there's been infidelity on both parts. Like both of you have, you know, both of you have done your stuff, you know, and you're deciding though that, man, I don't want to, like, we don't want to break up. And so I feel some of you may be trying to get away to get like a clean slate. So you may be thinking about moving, you may be thinking about kind of like relocating or settling in somewhere and getting a fresh start, and kind of leaving certain people behind. I feel a lot of sense of ascension with your energy, and I feel like your ascension, your spiritual ascension, your spiritual awakening is affecting your love life in a positive way. Okay, the next card we have here is the Ace of Shells. So I love this card, and it gave me some confirmation here for you, Aquarius. So Ace of Shells is going to be love, L-O-V-E, as we see there, as we see on my thumbs. It says love. So Ace of Shells is going to be what you may have heard of in traditional tarot as Ace of Cups. And if you watch my videos, you know why this is such a special card. The aces for me in general have to do with breakthroughs. And when I see Ace of Cups for me is a card, okay, traditionally it is love, right? Like a soulmate love, a true love, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, all that wonderful stuff. But when it comes up in my readings, it's telling me that you're coming out of that cycle that people go through sometimes, where we have the same situation happen over and over and over and over again. And we're just like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this. Like, universe, I'm done with this. I never want to feel this way again. I never want to date this kind of person again. Like, I've learned my lesson. I know what to look out for. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to feel this way anymore. I'm sick of this. I'm over it. The universe says, awesome. Aquarius is awake. Aquarius no longer needs that nudging to wake them up. And now Aquarius is done with the painful karmic lessons. Now Aquarius is ready for true love. Aquarius is ready for happiness. Aquarius is ready to learn from accomplishments and being treated well. Because what happens, we have people that treat us like crap enough times, and then eventually we wake up and we say, you know what, this is ridiculous. I don't deserve to be treated like this, right? We wake up and we learn a lesson in that way. But now Ace of Shells or Ace of Cups says that you're ready to learn the lessons in the positive way, where instead of saying, oh my goodness, no more, I'm over this, universe, no more, I don't want any more of this, I'm done. Instead, you're like, wow, this is amazing, I love this, yes, please, more of this, you know? So you're shifting into the happy karma or to the pleasant karma kind of relationships happening for yourself. In your love life specifically, because this is coming up in your love reading. So this is a really positive shift. And what did I say? I said I feel like a lot of you were cleaning a slate or cleaning the old energy. You were beginning to receive. The Ace of Shells or Ace of Cups also really ready to receive. So I feel you may be finding yourself kind of showered with appreciation, with affection, with attention, even gifts, gifts, things of this nature. For anybody that you are in a relationship where you guys have been trying to work things out, I feel like your person is really, really stepping it up in February to just try to express to you in every way, emotionally, financially, affection, all the ways like they're trying to express to you that they really, really want you in their life. So I really feel either if it's a new person, this person's really, really, really putting in the work to win you over. If it's an existing relationship, then this person's really, really putting in the work to keep you around, okay? Your next card here, my darlings, is King of Roses. All right, so see, emotions. Now, if you remember, Aquarius, if you watch the weekly videos, because every week I do a weekly forecast, your theme, and I would use different decks, and it would be, week after week, your theme for a while has been about coming into the heart chakra and coming into your heart space and your emotions. Sorry, I just brushed over the mic. I hope it didn't make a weird noise. Coming into your heart space. And it makes sense because your February love reading is all about receiving, and now you have King of Roses, and King of Roses is definitely going to be an energy from which you're going to be receiving. King of Roses is very generous, so I feel like you guys, well, he can be, depending, right? But in this energy with all this other stuff happening, King of Swords can be, not King of Swords, King of Roses can be very, very affectionate. In fact, it says here the motivator. So I feel that you're attracting the kind of partner who's going to be encouraging you, who's going to have your back, who's going to want the best for you, who wants to help you in any way that they can help you. Like, they're encouraging you. You have a lot of support coming in from this person. In fact, Aquarius, I feel like this person is kind of trying to encourage you to go after some kind of a dream. So maybe there's like a business you've been wanting to start or something you've been wanting to do. Like, they're stepping up, like, I'm ready to do this with you. Like, I want to invest in this with you. I do feel for some of you there may even be, again, something happening with relocating where this person is like ready to go with you, or like ready to do what they need to do to get their matters in order so that they can be with you or support you in what it is you're trying to do. King of Roses can also be someone who, again, like financially, they have their stuff together. They're dependable in that way. I really, really feel like you're gonna be receiving or learning to receive in the coming months, probably. But this month in February, I feel like you're gonna really be feeling it for you in your love life. I also feel for some reason here with this King of Roses is I feel that your kind of dynamic with physical intimacy may be changing, where you're having a lot more like physically intimate, like emotionally intimate physical encounters, and that they may be more romantic in nature. So again, when I said you really have somebody who's trying to win you over, that's gonna flow into the bedroom as well. I feel like this is someone who's really trying to be very just you know, pleasing you in every way that they can please you. I don't want to get too graphic, simply because I know there's certain rules and things on YouTube that I have to follow, that I have to be, you know, I have to be cautious which words I say, because they do want us to be kind of sort of, you know, behaved. But I would say just somebody that's really, really, I guess I'll just say someone who's just really, really taking their time and just like savoring like every part of you, Aquarius. Okay, I will leave it at that. I will leave it to your wonderful Aquarius imagination, to, you know, decipher for yourself what that means. So your next card here is Ace of Wings. What did I tell you guys? Breakthroughs, breakthroughs, breakthroughs. So you have Ace of Shells, which was the breakthrough in the heart space. And you have Ace of Wings, which is a breakthrough, my darlings, my lovely Aquarius darlings, in your realm, in the realm of thought, in the realm of air. Okay, you guys are an air sign. You're very, 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 very intelligent. And because you're so smart, sometimes smart people, excuse me, can be very pessimistic. Not because you guys are negative, but because you're smart and you're able to see issues. You're able to see things that need to be done differently. You're able to see, you know, what's not working, right? Doesn't make you a negative person. It just means that you're able to spot the holes in a situation, or just things that aren't being efficient or effective. And so Ace of Wings says you're coming into a mental breakthrough, and you're able to see solutions to situations that maybe you weren't able to see before. If you have been struggling with limited beliefs or generalizations where it's like, oh, well, you know, all women are gold diggers, or all men are all they care about is trying to get you into bed, or like whatever stereotypical thought there may be, or whatever limited beliefs that you may have developed, like maybe from your own childhood, seeing your own parental figures or things like that have blocked you in your love life, or if there's been thinking about yourself as to why you can't have a happy love life. Like if you tell yourself, oh, well, I'm just way too professional, I'm way too successful, you know, people are just gonna look at me like I'm a free meal ticket, or, you know, people are just gonna be too intimidated by me, or, you know, I'm too young, or I'm too old, or I'm too this, or I'm too that. Whatever you've been telling yourself, a lot of that stuff you're gonna clear out of your head, and you're gonna realize that it's not really necessary. I feel some of you also, this Ace of Wings or Ace of Swords is going to have to do with, like, not only are you seeing yourself differently, you're beginning to present yourself differently. Like you're expressing yourself differently in your speech, in your dress, and all aspects of yourself, where you're like, wow, you know, here this whole time I thought, like, you know, I was weird, or I was different, or people didn't get me. But you're finding a way to express yourself and to express your emotions and thoughts and desires that is bringing you a great level of intimacy in your relationships. I think across the board for you, but especially in your relationships in February. Again, guys, these are general readings, and they're going to apply in different ways for different ones of you. You may need a private reading, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, about a sale that's available right now. But you might want to watch, if you can't do a private reading, you may want to watch your moon sign, or your rising sign video. If you're not, if your Venus isn't in Aquarius, then maybe you might want to go to Cafe Astrology, find out your moon, rising, Venus signs, all that good stuff, and check out your Venus. It may differ month to month, but people always ask me, should I watch my moon, should I watch my rising, should I watch my Venus? And it varies. Like my Venus is in Virgo, but when I watch Virgo love readings, they rarely resonate for me. I find that my sun sign or my moon sign, sometimes my rising, will resonate more in my love situation than my Venus. But a lot of people say, and they swear by it, oh, I always watch my Venus for love, and and it's the most accurate. It's going to be different for different people, but if you watch the different videos month after month, after a while you'll see a pattern, and you'll say, oh, you know what, my moon sign really resonates more, or my rising resonates more, or no, I'm good with my sun sign, or whatever it is. But that might be a good way to watch the different ones to see like different information for you, or different pieces of the puzzle, so to speak. So that can be very helpful. I will also encourage you guys to, if you can get a private reading, if you would like, if you're going through these shifts and these changes. I am having a special right now. People have been asking me for the longest time to please do a special on the videos, the hour-long videos, and I couldn't for a while because I didn't have the equipment. Last time I announced a special on the videos, I was booked a few months out, and I burned through 2 phones because it was a lot of pressure on the phone to do the recording and upload, and back to back. But I have better equipment now. So if you would like an hour long, a 60-minute video recorded reading, I'm celebrating and saying thank you for 88,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. So the 60-minute videos are pretty much practically almost half off. They're going to be $88 instead of $150. I know 88 is still steep for some people, but if you click on the Calendly link, you'll see I have a bunch of different options. I have readings that are much lower than that, so there could be something that works with your budget. If not, then obviously the free videos will keep getting posted. And if you like the monthly love videos, don't forget to watch the weekly forecasts for each zodiac sign. Every single week I do a reading on career, family life, all the other areas of life, the things that come up. And if you would like something daily, Instagram and Facebook, amethystangellight. I post a card of the day. I post a fun little pick a card game. A lot of people have been enjoying that, and I'm going to be posting more affirmations and moon meditations and things like that on the social media as well. So be sure to follow along there as well. I'm wishing you a wonderful month, my dears. Take care.